Hey everybody, Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. I just thought I'd come down and check out the beach. We've got a little bit of a break in the rain here for the next couple hours. See, got some nice puddles in the parking lot here at Del Nor Wiggins. There's a few other people there. We had some pretty heavy rain earlier. We had the very outer bands of the storm came through here. Had some good thunder and lightning. Now it's just a very, very light drizzle. Some rain to the east of us, behind me. We should be just about at low tide right now. But it's going to be raining hard tomorrow. I promise you. It is going to be raining very hard tomorrow. The ranger at the front gate, she said the park is going to be closed tomorrow. So if I can make it out, there's a little break, if I can get out here tomorrow morning, I'll probably shoot out to Vanderbilt. Might need somebody if I can find somebody to give me a lift over there. My darn beach parking pass expired. That is bands of rain from the tropical storm down there. Right now, Elsa is about 220 miles that away, south of us right now, just crossing Cuba. It looks like she's going to pass to the west of us, between 75 and 100 miles offshore to the west of us, which is good. It's better than coming right on top of us. However, it's a very weird storm. All of the precipitation and the wind is on the east side of it, so we're going to definitely feel the effects of Elsa tomorrow. The north end of Southwest Florida, Fort Myers, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, all up in that area, they're going to get it worse than us. So hopefully it's just going to be a little wind and a big rain event, and it's not going to do too much damage. But right now, looks like just a summer afternoon rain. What do you think of that? There's even blue sky out there right now. Not down to the south. Oh, hey, by the way, I found nest number 35. Remember, I was like, it was supposed to be by a boardwalk. Well, crud, it was right under my nose this morning up here in Area 1. Way up, look at her. It's like king of the hill here. Look at that nest way up on that pile of sand. Nest number 35. It was right under my nose today and I didn't even see it. Very, very strange. Look at the nest. You see something missing? Do you see something missing? They took the sponsor names off the nest. Just in case. Just in case. A 4-foot surge. If we were to get a 4-foot surge here, which we probably won't, it's going to be close. But just a 4-foot surge would put the water up here on the beach. Keeping our fingers crossed. We don't want to see these nests go underwater. But we have seen the water up to the parking lots here. Seen the sand washed out into the parking lots here. It's only going to be getting worse from now on. That's some pretty serious stuff down there to the south. Beautiful though, right out there. Beautiful, that blue sky, that little patch of blue. Low tide. Waves aren't too big. They're going to be big tomorrow. But look at all the extra beach we have here right now. It looks to me like we have a hole here in the rain for about the next 3 hours. That's why I decided just to come out here now a little earlier. Not going to be a sunset walk, but I just wanted to get everybody together just in case I can't make it out here tomorrow. Show you what an empty Del Norwegians looks like. It's relatively empty. I think there were 3 cars in the parking lot. Rain clouds over there to the east. But I don't think that's going to hit me. It's kind of working its way to the northwest. So it's going to be right on the edge of the park, that rain there. There's actually people swimming or wading. Water's pretty shallow now up at the north end of Area 1 up there. See some people in the water. They did spot earlier my buddy Matt Devitt, chief meteorologist there at Wink TV. If you want to see what's going on here, just get on Wink, W-I-N-K, like wink your eye, Wink TV from Fort Myers. Great weatherman, friendly guy. He was analyzing the radar, and he said it looked like there was a little rotation out in East Naples, meaning possible tornado, but it didn't look like it was going to form into a tornado, but the possibility was there. That's the one thing you got to watch out for with hurricanes. You can see the big old hurricane coming, but little tornadoes just spin off out of them all over the place. And a lot of times that's what does all that damage that you see. It's not the wind of that hurricane, it's those tornadoes that are wrapped up inside of the hurricane. I'll take a hurricane over a tornado any day. Man, tornadoes, you don't get any warning. They just pop up out of nowhere. Hurricanes, we got plenty of notice. And they're on top of it. I mean, they will tell you days in advance, okay, get out of here. It's not looking good. And they're always going to the authorities are always going to lean on the cautious side, on the side of caution, but listen to them. Unless you're a nut like me and want to come out to the beach in the middle of a hurricane. Probably see people out on surfboards tomorrow. It's going to be good surfing. Good surfing out here. That water's just inches deep right here, where you see these little waves. Very, very shallow. And that's all rain that came through the area earlier. It's just going around us like a big clock. It's a big circle spiraling over us, going counterclockwise. So like this rain, it's close. This rain's close. Didn't look like it was going to hit me, but it's close. I can feel the temperature dropping. This rain's going to kind of move to the northwest, go out to the northwest, then start heading west. Then it's going to start heading down to the southwest, and then it's going to go back down, all the way back down to Cuba and wrap around the hurricane again. Crazy. There's an old trick I learned growing up in Florida on how to tell where the hurricane is when it's getting close, when it's within 150 miles, 200 miles maybe. I think it'd work right now. You stand with your face into the wind. You look directly into the wind, and then you hold your right arm up, and that's where the hurricane is. If it's to the south of you, that's where the hurricane would be. So if I was to look into the wind right now, the wind feels like it's pretty much coming out of the east, the little breeze right now. So if I put my right arm up, it would be pointing right down there. And that's exactly where the hurricane is. 200 miles that away. 220 miles that away. So a little old Florida schooling. It works for the same if the hurricane's on the north, if it passes you by. You're just going to be facing the opposite direction. And yes, south of the equator, the hurricanes and the cyclones spin the other direction. Just like the toilets swirl the other way around when you flush them. And that's why people drive on the wrong side of the road down there. They're backwards. Did I just see Angelo on here? Did I see Angelo Pars pop on? I think I did. The beach is really hard right here now. Nice hard sand, easy to walk on. Wow. Good beach walking weather, Angelo. It's cool. The sand is hard. No bugs. Looks like you got a break here in between the rain. If this one little cell passes by, I just heard a rumble of thunder. A rumble of thunder to the east. I got a tip today from one of our friends, one of our beach family members, Mike Arnold, and his sweet wife, Carolyn. Thank you for that tip. I appreciate that. I just saw I got some stars, and I just heard it sounded like a transformer blowing up. Just sounded like a transformer. That is an interesting sound if you've never experienced that before. It's just a big explosion. First time you hear one, it scares the bejesus out of you. Sounds like a cannon going off. Then it echoes through the neighborhood. A lot of people have no idea what it is when they first hear them blowing up. Whoa, there went another one. Might be somebody shooting off some leftover fireworks, but they're coming from the direction of the rain. Usually hearing two in a row. You don't hear transformers do that too often, unless it just hits a grid the wrong way and they start popping. There was two loud bangs. A little bit of a drizzle here. Got to be fireworks. I don't know who'd be lighting fireworks off in the rain and in the daytime. I don't know if you could hear that. It's really loud. Or we're being invaded. Ooh, thank you for those stars. I love it, I love it, I love it. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I know first timers, if you never sent some stars, Facebook, when you go to the stars, there's a little thing where they give you 100 or 150 free stars to send to someone. So if you're broke, go claim those free stars and send them to me. Put them to good use. My wife did that. She felt sorry for me. So here you go. I hate seeing you out there walking the beach and struggling, trying to make ends meet. You poor boy. I wouldn't get by if it wasn't for all you wonderful people. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Again, if you're just tuning in, remember I was looking for Nest 35. Said it was by the boardwalk. I thought it was over the boardwalk up at the north end of the park. Ha! Guess what? The flies are buzzing around me now. It was right under my nose where I came in this morning. Right under my nose. Right there. Right at the end of the boardwalk in Area 1. This is where I came in, started my beach walk just now and this morning. Right here. And there's nest 35. Without its sponsors on it. They took all the sponsor plaques off the nest, just in case they get washed away. That would be sad. But what's interesting is they know where the nests are. If the cages get washed away, they do know where the nests are. The rangers plot that, on a map. So they know where the nests are. So they could loosely mark where they are. This is why these little sea turtles lay so many eggs, though, because of things like this, these tropical storms and hurricanes and critters getting into the nests, raccoons. Darn, the flies are wicked right up here, the north end of Area 1. Wicked. I took a shower when I got home today. Thank you for those stars. I hope I can get out here at some point tomorrow morning. It's just so exciting. I find it so fascinating to come out during these storms. Flies are just getting ridiculous. There was no bugs down the south end of Area 1 now. They're going nuts. They're everywhere. Ticking me off. These flies are ticking me off, man. Light drizzle in the air. Very, very light drizzle right now. Look down to the south, say hello to Elsa. Say hello, hola. Hola, Elsa. She's down by Cuba now. Hola. She's just gonna be coming right up our coastline. We got a tropical storm warning in effect pretty much all the way down from southern tip of Florida all the way up to Tampa. Tropical storm winds, which is not a big, it is a big deal. We're going to get gusts, some strong gusts of wind, but it's not like a constant wind. It's just gusts that come blowing through. If we get a 60-mile-an-hour one here in Naples, that would be amazing. To the north, they'll probably get them a little stronger. That's all it takes, one big puff, and you could knock over a tree or knock a tree over into the power lines or into your swimming pool enclosure. Any loose branches, loose palm fronds, coconuts that might be hanging on the trees, those things become missiles. The coconuts. But overall, this could be a much worse scenario. So it's just gonna give us a little bit of excitement for the next couple of days. This is like a little practice drill. Everybody's got their hurricane supplies. They're all stocked up, so they're ready for the rest of the hurricane season. You got their generators. They got their fuel supplies for their generators, their water. They're all stocked up. It's kind of a good little thing in its own way. Some people actually put their shutters up. There's some people that don't want to mess around and take any chances. Nobody can predict Mother Nature. Nobody can predict Mother Nature 100%. Only one person can predict Mother Nature, and that's the person that creates the weather. The man upstairs. He's the only one that knows what's going to happen. I told Gail I was going to the beach. She said, "What are you, nuts?" I'm like, "Gail, you know the answer to that question. Why are you asking me such a silly question?" But the radar said it wasn't going to rain for quite a while. It looked like we had a good 2 hours in between rain bands. This one is just lingering here. It's not moving away. Coming up to the old skybox. The old skybox up there. Any storm chasers out there? Anybody watching that loves watching severe weather? Something about it just gets my adrenaline going. It's like driving by an accident. So horrible. So horrible you don't want to look, but you're just drawn to it. I don't know what that is. Look at this. What the heck? People hanging their crap on the sea turtle nest. And then look what's right next to it. This is a 2.5 foot deep hole here. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Man, I get so ticked off at imbeciles that do things like this. I want to just shove them in their holes and bury them. You see the skybox over there? Boy, when I was leaving the park this morning at about 10:45, I took 3 photos. I'm going to share those later. Go back and look at those photos. Come back and check out those 3 photos. The clouds were just kind of rolling in, and it was beautiful out here. Just a little before 11 a.m. 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Whoa. Whoa, that's all I'm going to be. That's all I can say. There's the skybox. There is the skybox. The rain is getting closer. Those darker clouds are getting closer. They're working their way north towards me and that away. Northeast. So they're going like that at an angle here. We're going to get some good rain for a while throughout the evening. Then there's going to be a little break this evening and tomorrow morning. It looks like it's 80-90% chance of rain throughout the entire day. Every hour, I think it says 80%, 90%, so it's going to be raining all throughout the day. Just hope the surf isn't too bad. Remember when Ada came by here last year? Ada. That's what messed up the boardwalk up at the north end of the park. That's what took that all out. That was 100 miles offshore. I don't know if you saw those 2 little snowy egrets zipping through at the bottom of the frame. Heading down to the left, heading down south. Boy, getting some stars here tonight. That's nice. That's nice. Thank you. Remember, if you want to send a tip, those tips are awesome. can find a link to my PayPal account and my Venmo information, my username on Venmo. If you use Venmo, it's kind of like PayPal. Just no fees with Venmo. I like Venmo. PayPal charges a fee. Facebook takes a cut. Area Roy up there. That group of pine trees right up there. Area Roy. I don't know how far I'm going to go up here. Dinner was ready when I headed out. When I left the house, like, oops. So if there's anybody thinking about coming to Del Nor Wiggins tomorrow, forget it. Not going to be open. Smart decision there. No reason for people to be swimming here in the park. They don't need that liability of people drowning out here. You can go drown on Vanderbilt if you want to go swimming. I'm going to go up a little bit further, and I'm going to walk back. I'm going to check the little areas here, the little tidal pools, the little areas between the sandbar and the beach, see if there's any sea stars caught up in them or anything neat, anything of interest. That's one thing with this storm coming. Lord knows what is going to wash up on the beach. Sometimes it's a dud. I remember one year here, the shells were 4 feet deep up at the pass. 3 feet. 3 feet deep up at the pass. There were people with shovels going through them, sitting there with shovels and rakes, just sitting there for days and days and days. It's unbelievable. We could get a lot of sand pushed up onto the beach as well. Instead of washing it away, we could get sand washed up. You just never know. So, crapshoot. That stuff's definitely getting closer. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun this evening. Looks like we're going to have our own little special fireworks show tonight, courtesy of Mother Nature, with that lightning. Been quite a while since we've seen the park this empty. What did we see? Maybe 6 people total. There might be a body or two way up at the end. I love it. Wish it was like this all the time in the summer. There's the sun kind of peeking out through the clouds up there. In case you were wondering where it is. Wonder where the dolphins go. They know something's up. I'm wondering if they go back in the backwaters and snuggle up with each other, or what do they do? Go somewhere else? Swim away? What do the dolphins do, and the manatees? Can they sense that there's a storm coming? One person walking down the beach towards me up here. Wonder if it's friend or foe. I think it's probably time to turn around and start heading back down to Area 1. Not worried about getting stuck in the rain. I'm worried about eating a hot meal. Eating a hot meal. I don't want it thrown at me by my wife when I walk in the door. "30 years tomorrow. We will be married. 30 years, Gail and I. "30 years of just pure bliss. If you believe that, you've never been married. Connie. I don't know if Connie was still on here. I keep forgetting. We're having a party, Connie, on Saturday, celebrating our anniversary, and there's several of our beach friends are going to be there, and I keep meaning to invite you. I don't know if I sent you an invitation or not. I got that friend request from you today from the hacker. Somebody hacked into Connie's Facebook account and was sending out fake friend requests. If you don't see Connie and Roy's face on her profile picture, it's not Connie. There's a picture she used of Roy and her sitting down by the pier for her profile pic. So if you get a friend request from Connie with no profile picture, don't accept it. I get an extra couple miles of walking in today. That's nice. Extra mile and a half tonight. Somewhere in there. There's the boardwalk in area 4 over to my left. You should be pretty familiar with that. It's hard to see. It's right about in the middle of the screen. You can kind of see the stairs sticking out there. That's one of the popular spots where I'll start my beach walks in the morning from that boardwalk. No, did anybody see Todd or Kathy pop on here? Todd or Kathy Carroll jump on? Told them I was coming out here. I thought maybe they'd want to come out and join me. Check out our pre-Elsa beach. Look at that water. The light reflecting on the water. Gorgeous. The waves rippling in, rippling across the sandbar. The storm's out there. What's kind of neat is that little patch of blue sky out there. And as I pan around to the left, it looks a little more threatening. As I start panning down to the south. I'm out here representing the North Naples Country Club this evening. Got my NNCC shirt on. They did a little play on their logo, and looks like the AC/DC logo, the NNCC logo. every New Year's Eve, the North Naples Country Club, I don't know, they print up about 100 t-shirts, and at midnight give them to the first lucky 100 people. They always do a spin-off from one of the old rock and roll bands. They incorporate their logos into it somehow. Most of the time. Last year they didn't do that. Last year was kind of a thing about COVID. Everybody's favorite word, COVID. The mystery virus. Everybody's a doctor when it comes to COVID. Everybody's got their own medical opinion. Kind of interesting. Nice little breeze blowing through here now. Feels good. It's actually a little muggy, a little humid when the wind dies down. One of our rangers coming up the beach. I don't know who's working tonight. Doesn't have a whole lot to do. Not a whole lot of peeps out here. Beach peeps. Oh, it's the boss. It's the boss man. Ranger T. He's gonna get a day off tomorrow. I hope. I hope nothing serious happens here. If you're just tuning in, the park, I believe the park is going to be closed tomorrow, according to the ranger at the front gate this evening. She said they will be closed tomorrow, which is a very, very wise decision. People out there in the water. There's 3 people out there. I see 2 or 3 people ahead of me here a little further south. That's it. Maybe I think one person walking on the beach. This place is a ghost town. Not hearing any ospreys up in the trees. This time of day, a lot of times they'd be sitting up in the trees. They might have gone for cover somewhere. A little more blue sky up to the north now. Nice. It's getting a little brighter up there. Not gonna stay like that though. Boy, the neighborhood that I live in up here, Naples Park, it's called Naples Park. It usually goes nuts on the 4th of July. People just go insane with fireworks. We've been known to contribute to the insanity over the years. We used to have big 4th of July parties at our house back in the old days. This year wasn't so much. I thought it was going to go absolutely bonkers this year, but it's kind of quiet. Quiet in the hood. That's some heavy rain, folks, out there. That is heavy rain. I haven't seen any lightning flashes. Those clouds are full of lightning. I haven't seen it. I haven't noticed it. When it rained earlier here in North Naples, man, the thunder and lightning was pretty impressive. All right, we are down in Area 1. Down where we started this morning. Somebody's cooking here. Somebody's got a grill going. There's people in the water here. They must have, I can smell something cooking on the grill. It smells good. Some chicken maybe. Smells yummy. Back there in the picnic areas back in behind the trees. Making me hungry. Might actually have a sunset out here. I don't know. I don't know if the sun's gonna set. Whether when a skimmer bird. I don't know if the sun's gonna set before the rain. I don't know what's gonna come first, sunset or the rain. It's a race. You can see that storm just marching up the coast. Skimmer bird out there. Did you see it go? Just circled, just turned around. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. I appreciate your company. It's always nice to have my beach family walking along with me. As I said earlier, I'll try to get you something tomorrow. I can't make any promises. Obviously, it's a safety thing and I don't want to ruin any of my equipment. But I love the thrill of coming out in a storm and checking things out. We'll see what happens. Thank you for sending some stars this evening. I appreciate that. You star senders, you awesome star senders. Those of you that send tips now and then, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you like what I do, if you want to help ensure that I keep coming out here, if you'd like to send a little tip, a little contribution, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. Every dollar counts, believe me. Well, I'm back down by the boardwalk in Area 1. I think I'm going to call it a night. Until we get together again, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Remember to tell your friends about Southwest Florida Television. Help spread the word, share the love. Spread our motto. Bringing wonderful people just like you together, one beach walk at a time. That's what it's all about. Have an awesome evening. Tally ho, my friends, tally ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Rob Stan. God bless.